The Unknown Impact of Tennis Balls by Jack Russell. Did you know 325 million tennis balls are produced every year? In the United States alone, 125 million tennis balls are thrown away every year. That translates to 20,000 tons of non-compostable waste every single year. That's enough to fill the Empire State Building up to the 62nd floor. This is also enough to stack 625,000 trash cans full of 200 balls each, 60 miles high into the air. Tennis ball production is not the most eco-friendly process. The high visibility yellow felt coating on the ball is usually a blend of wool and nylon, which is a petroleum-based product. Plantation used to produce the rubber that's found in the core of the ball can threaten plant and animal diversity. The outer layer of the tennis balls is made from polyethylene terephthalate, the same material that's used to make plastic bottles. As the plastic gets worn away, it becomes microplastic dust, which is easily consumed by filter feeders once it makes its way into the ocean. With every hit, a tennis ball gives off microplastic particles into the air that are made up of this polyester/nylon felt, and those particles are more than likely to end up in the well-known plastic soup. The supply chain associated with manufacturing can take the ball 50,000 miles and across 11 different countries from start to finish. The components of the tennis ball also come from all over the world. The tennis ball has already traveled about 80,000 kilometers before it comes out of the package. Think of all the marine diesel, kerosene, CO2 that is used and spread into the environment with every trip. Tennis balls are also essentially designed to be non-biodegradable, single-use, disposable products, especially at the professional competition level. Every year at the U.S. Open, one of tennis's Grand Slam events, 70,000 balls are used and thrown away over the course of the 2-week competition. And we can also note that this is only one of 4 major Grand Slam events that are played every year. So where do they end up? The end-life destination for the 125 million tennis balls sold and thrown away in the United States annually is sometimes pet shelters or the bottom of walkers. However, the majority will end up in landfills. And while the disposable plastic tennis ball cans are technically recyclable, the odds of them actually getting recycled are not that good. The balls themselves take up to 400 years to fully decompose, making tennis one of the most wasteful and environmentally damaging sports there is. What is being done about this? Wilson Sporting Goods is one company that is trying to address these sustainability and waste issues. So in 2019, they launched their what they call the Trinity Tennis Ball, which claims to be the world's first eco-conscious, high-performance tennis ball. The Trinity balls are made with a new type of rubber core that doesn't require pressurized air and are sold in an unpressurized paper sleeve. These sleeves are also 100% sustainably produced and recyclable. This new design means that the ball can stay fresh 4 times longer than normal balls. And they're also donating 5% of their profits to support worldwide sustainability efforts. Apart from designing a better ball, other solutions to keep tennis balls out of landfill a little longer include ball pressurizers, which can store used balls in a high-pressure tube so that they lose the pressure more slowly, or machines filled with gas that restore some of the bounce to the ball. Wilson is partnering with a company making tennis courts out of ground-up tennis balls appropriately named recycled balls. Now, the main problem with recycling balls is that you can't separate the rubber and the felt totally, making it very difficult. And now this company, Renewaball, has found a way to do this, which opens the door to produce a new type of ball that uses used tennis balls at its base. The rubber in Renewaball is partly rubber from used tennis ball. 100% recycled rubber will never be feasible, as it'll always need what they call virgin rubber, but Renewaball is as close as possible. And their design uses a 3-step process, where they first collecting, shredding, and separating used balls, processing of rubber and the granulated felt, and creating a new ball with a biocloth felt on the outside that doesn't put any microplastics into the air. And their container for the ball is also 100% sustainably produced and recyclable. Now, as I said before, Project Greenball, Wilson, Project Greenball, and other tennis-affiliated organizations have teamed up with this nonprofit called Recycle Balls which is committing to doing exactly what the name says. By keeping balls out of landfills, their goal is to keep less and put less methane into the atmosphere. Fortunately, the core of the tennis balls is actually very valuable rubber that they call green gold. This can be repurposed for a number of uses. Currently, it is being used to make tennis courts, mulch, and sign bases, but the Recycle Balls team is looking for new uses like making t-shirts. Over the 2 years, they developed what they call the Play It Green machine. This can process 10,000 balls in an hour, stripping them of 99% of their felt. And the result is then that in just a few years, Wilson has taken huge strides to help make the sport radically more sustainable. Looking forward, this is still a long path, and we are far from reaching a place anytime soon where tennis doesn't have a massive effect on the environment. Recycle balls are more expensive than regular balls, and therefore there isn't as much of an incentive yet for larger companies to get in. However, as other large companies create more awareness for the issue, the better off we are for the future. So, questions. Do you think that large companies will attempt to create sustainable product lines other than Wilson? Will larger tournaments catch on and make an effort to use sustainably produced balls or products, or dispose of them in sustainable ways? And do you think that tennis could help inspire other sports to make more efforts towards sustainability? And that's my sources. Thank you very much.